A harmful E. coli outbreak is causing some Columbia grocers to recall their products.
Protesters take to the streets after a video goes viral inside a Philadelphia Starbucks.
And lawmakers react to President Trump's decision to launch airstrikes in Syria. KOMU 8 News First at 5 starts now. An E. coli outbreak has spread to 11 states this past week, including right here in Missouri. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Emily Spain.
And I'm Kevin Coe. Romaine lettuce is the culprit of the bacteria spread, and those greens could have made their way to mid-Missouri. KOMU 8's Anthony Hochschlag is in the studio to tell us what that means for Columbia shoppers.
Today, Columbia grocers are throwing out romaine lettuce that could have been infected by harmful E. coli. The CDC reports one person got sick from the lettuce in Missouri, but no cases yet here in mid-Missouri. Managers and employees I spoke to in Columbia told me they're not taking any chances.
Be cautious the next time you eat a salad. The E. coli outbreak originated in Arizona, one of the largest producers of leafy greens in the United States. The romaine lettuce it infected could be bagged or headed. And it infected 11 states, including Missouri, with cases of infection continuing to rise as the week progresses. The CDC reports 35 cases of the infection, with 22 of those being hospitalizations. Grocers like Hy-Vee and Walmart have already pulled romaine lettuce from the shelves. There are even reports that Gerb's handled multiple refunds of lettuce this weekend. But what can you do if you're unsure if your lettuce is infected? The CDC recommends to wash your hands constantly to avoid infection. Take your lettuce and rinse it in a bowl, thoroughly washing the leaves. Then take those leaves, spread them on a towel, and dry them as much as possible. Finally, the CDC suggests washing your hands again after handling the food.
I even spoke with McAllister's Deli about reports that they too pulled lettuce out of their kitchen. However, managers were not legally able to confirm that. Of the distributors I visited and spoke with, Lucky's and Aldi reported they did not recall any lettuce. For more on the E. coli outbreak, go to KOMU.com. In the studio, Anthony Hochschlag, KOMU 8 News.
Another outbreak in Indiana, this time with salmonella from eggs. More than 200 million eggs were recalled from fears of that salmonella contamination. Rose Acre Farms distributed the eggs. The FDA reports at least 22 people have gotten sick from them. Salmonella can cause serious and sometimes fatal infections, especially in those with weakened immune systems like young kids and the elderly. The FDA is warning residents to throw away the eggs or return them to the place they bought them. The eggs were also sold in Colorado, Florida, and Virginia, but not here in Missouri. Well, it's a cool and cloudy day out there today. Boy, Matt, I thought spring was finally here to stay after this week, but not so much today.
Yeah, we had just a small taste of spring, and now we are feeling much cooler. Currently, it is 16 degrees cooler than we were at this time yesterday. Temperatures are in the 30s, 34 in Columbia, 34 in Jefferson City, 33 down at the Lake of the Ozarks. Looking at those feels-like temperatures right now, 22 in Columbia, 23 in Jefferson City, 24 in Lynn. Looking at your evening planner, temperatures will be in the 30s, 33 in Columbia, 30 at 7 o'clock, falling into the lower 30s by about 11 o'clock. Forecasting a low tonight of 28 degrees, which would tie our current record set back in 1921. We'll track out those temperatures hour by hour and show you those wind chills coming up in my full forecast in just a little bit.
All right, Matt, thank you very much. Investigations continue this weekend over controversial cell phone video. The video shows two African-American men being taken out of a Philadelphia Starbucks in handcuffs last week. Police say the men were accused of trespassing, but others, including the mayor, are calling it racial discrimination. The police commissioner says the issue was trespassing after the men tried to use the restroom but were denied because they didn't buy anything. Today, protesters gathered outside the same Starbucks, calling on residents to boycott the store and for the manager to step down. More than 100 people gathered outside that store. Starbucks responded to the issue, apologizing for the arrest, calling it a disheartening issue. It says it's reviewing its policies and will continue to, quote, engage with the community and police department to make sure incidents like this don't happen again.
Lawmakers are speaking out today after President Donald Trump's decision to launch airstrikes against Syria. Iowa Senator Joni Ernst says while she agrees with the airstrikes, the president needs to come to Congress if he wants to deploy ground troops. Former CIA Director John Brennan says the airstrikes were a, quote, tactical and surgical success. However, he warned against getting involved in, quote, another full-scale war in the Middle East.
But there's going to be a great difficulty in trying to resolve the Syrian situation. It's a very, very complicated one. There needs to be a strategy for it, but there's not an easy solution. So I think we have to continue to put the pressure on the Assad regime, try to hit them when they use chemical weapons, but not get involved in another full-scale war in the Middle East.
Airstrikes sent by U.S., France, and Britain severely damaged buildings this weekend that were said to be chemical weapons sites.
The Israeli Prime Minister showed his support today for the airstrikes. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu says the operation showed zero tolerance of the use of unconventional weapons in warfare. Netanyahu says he also warned Syrian President Bashar Assad against allowing Iran to build up its military presence on Syria's border with Israel. Australia's Prime Minister also showed his support today, telling Russia to, quote, act responsibly and stop, quote, all denial and pretense. Prime Minister Malcolm Turnbull says his government strongly supports the U.S.-led airstrikes. Turnbull is calling on Russia to use its influence to ensure crimes like this don't happen again.
Trump took to Twitter this morning to share his thoughts on the airstrike and how he thought it was carried out. The president tweeted the raid was, quote, so perfectly carried out with such precision. He added to that saying, quote, that the only way the fake news media could demean was by my use of the term mission accomplished. The president also tweeted about former FBI Director James Comey's new book, which includes details of his time spent under the Trump administration. The president tweeted saying Comey states that polls where crooked Hillary was leading were a factor in the handling of the Clinton email probe. He adds, quote, he was making decisions on the fact that he thought she was going to win. The president also asked why Comey didn't answer questions like why he gave up classified information and why the DNC refused to give up the server to the FBI.
Coming up, a $500,000 plan for Columbia, where the city is preparing to use that money.
Plus, a look at what's next for the newly elected city council leaders.
Never be surprised by the weather. Download the free KOMU 8 Weather and Traffic app. Brought to you by Central Bank of Boone County. Go into overtime with KOMU 8 Sports Extra with Chris Gervino. Sunday nights after KOMU 8 News at 10. Get the play-by-play with exclusive interviews, expert analysis, and exciting highlights. Join Mizzou Sports Authority Chris Gervino and special guests for the best insights on Mizzou athletics and all your favorite local teams. Watch Sports Extra with Chris Gervino. Sunday nights after KOMU 8 News at 10 for sports coverage you can count on.
How do you become America's best-selling truck?
Come on, Briggs. Wait for your pitch, kiddo.
You give it best-in-class towing, payload, and with built-in Wi-Fi,
Yes!
the best seats in the house.
That's how it's done.
Just like his grandpa.
Even better.
That's Ford, America's best-selling truck 41 years straight. Get over $10,000 total savings on the 2018 F-150, plus a no-charge 2-year 25,000-mile premium maintenance plan.
Steel, the power you need from the name you trust. This spring, pick your power, fuel or battery. Pick one of our easy-to-use battery-powered trimmers or our hard-working fuel-powered trimmers. Your nearby Steel dealer can help you decide what's right for you. Search STIHL or visit steeldealers.com.
The First Alert Weather Cam is brought to you by the law firm of Harper, Evans, Wade, and Nettemeyer. We will fight for you.
Welcome back to KOMU 8 News. First at 5. Our current temperature is 34 degrees. It is cloudy out there, and it's breezy as well with those winds out of the west-northwest at 21 miles per hour. It feels like 22 degrees. We have a lot of cloud cover out there. And we can't rule out the possibility of a stray flurry or two as we go through the overnight hours, but not expecting anything significant with that. Will be mostly dry. Our next system is this high pressure system, and that's going to build in over the next several days, bringing us much calmer weather and quite a bit of sunshine. But it's going to be a cold night tonight, forecasting a low of 28 degrees. That would tie a record set back in 1921. Then we're going to see that high pressure build in. We're going to see abundantly sunny skies for tomorrow afternoon, and we'll have passing clouds throughout the week. But overall, this is going to be the most sunshine we've had in a week for quite some time. Also want to remind you to hold on to those hats as we go into Monday and Wednesday, as we'll be very breezy. We do have a freeze warning in effect until 9 a.m. tomorrow morning for a majority of our viewing area, basically along and south of I-70. So let's track out those wind chills hour by hour. As you're waking up tomorrow morning, those air temperatures in the upper 20s, but it'll feel like 16 in Columbia, 18 in Jefferson City, 19 in Osage Beach, and 16 in Boonville. So make sure those kiddos are bundled up as they're headed out the door. We'll be a little bit warmer as we head into the afternoon hours. Those highs will top out in the 50s as this cloud cover pushes out of the region. But I think as you wake up tomorrow morning around 5 o'clock, we are going to hold on to quite a bit of that cloud cover. But by noon, we're going to see a lot of sunshine as this high pressure system builds into place. Winds will calm down as we head into tomorrow evening due to the proximity of this high pressure system. They'll also transition to out of the west. And then as we go through Tuesday afternoon, those winds will become southerly with that high pressure system to the south. And those temperatures should warm back into the upper 60s. But looking at that forecast tonight, not anywhere close to that. It's going to be bitterly cold with a temperature near 28 degrees, those gusts up to 30 miles per hour. And again, we are on record watch with this. As we go through the day tomorrow, we'll have increasing sunshine and a high temperature near 50 degrees with those gusts staying up to 30 miles per hour. Breezy on Monday, those winds much calmer on Tuesday, but then those winds will pick up on Wednesday. Temperatures a little bit cooler in the low to mid 60s. Thursday and Friday, we are going to hold on to pretty close to that 60-degree mark. As we head into next weekend, our next chance of rain will move into mid-Missouri.
This First Alert weather update is brought to you by Artichoke Annie's Antique Mall.
Artichoke Annie's Antique Mall is continually striving to be the best in the Midwest. Have an enjoyable shopping experience as you browse 200 booths and showcases in comfort along specially named streets and avenues, all within 30,000 square feet climate-controlled selling floor. Featuring quality antique furniture, primitives, fine art, Americana glassware, jewelry, military, linens, books, and more. Artichoke Annie's Antique Mall is open daily 8 a.m. to 8 p.m., 8 days a week. Come early, stay late. Located off I-70, exit 137. See you soon.
It's the Ram Spring Sales Event. So long live the trucks with best-in-class 30,000 pounds of fifth-wheel towing and class-exclusive features like coil-link suspension for a smooth ride and Ram-Box storage. Long live growth and new beginnings. Hurry in during the Ram Spring Sales Event.
Get an average $13,888 in total values on the 2018 Ram 1500. Or lessees of competitive vehicles get this low mileage lease on the 2018 Ram 1500.
I was in a severe car wreck. A young fellow was passing a vehicle on a hill and hit us head on. The highway patrol said he was doing over 100 miles an hour during our crash. I got Jill Harper, and I've been real happy with everything she's done for me. She's made everything real easy to understand. I appreciate her patience. I remember Ron coming and visiting with me and talking with me, and it helped knowing that you had people on your side and in your corner to handle all those situations where I didn't have to.
If you've been injured in an accident, you need a law firm you can trust. You need a law firm that is respected. You need a law firm who cares about your case. The Hines & Wilson Law Firm has served Mid-Missouri for over 50 years. To better serve our clients, we only handle injury claims. Call today for your free consultation. Trusted, respected. The Hines & Wilson Law Firm.
Closed captioning of KOMU 8 News is brought to you by Bob McCaw's Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac.
Welcome back. Two newly elected leaders are set to be officially sworn into Columbia City Council, but they're not new to the job. Betsy Peters and Michael Trapp are both returning as incumbent winners in Columbia's recent elections. Peters ran unopposed in the 6th Ward's race, while Trapp beat out candidate Paul Love in a close and controversial election. Trapp and Peters will serve their terms until April of 2021 and will be sworn in at City Council tomorrow. Also from City Council, Columbia is on the verge of dumping over $500,000 into a new trash and recycling collection site. The new location would be on 912 East Walnut Street in the downtown area. It would include 2 new compactors, one for trash and the other for cardboard recycling. 2 dumpsters recycling plastic, glass, and metal would also be added. It's expected to cost a little less than $700,000, with funding coming from revenue within the city's utilities office. Council members will decide whether or not to authorize the property's purchase tomorrow.
One person is dead after a shooting near Sedalia. Officers responded to the 1200 block of East 4th Street, where a subject says he witnessed a shooting. He says a person he didn't know came to his door and asked him to call 911. Officers determined the shooting occurred at 314 North Summit. Police identified the victim as 42-year-old Maurice Harper Sr. Police department is investigating the incident. A Kansas City family is trying to find the person responsible after a stray bullet killed a woman while she was sleeping. The family was woken up by gunshots earlier this weekend. They later found one of their own suffered one of those shots fired. 24-year-old Kendra Brown was struck by the bullet while sleeping. Brown's family says they want to find the person responsible not only for Kendra, but others who have suffered from gun violence as well.
Tensions continue to rise after a bipartisan report was released this week detailing Governor Eric Greitens' affair and blackmail allegations. Lawmakers spoke out throughout the week, calling for the governor to resign or risk impeachment. House Majority Leader Gail Beatty says if he doesn't resign, they should begin an impeachment process. Greitens continues to deny the allegations on Wednesday.
This is a political witch hunt. A jury of my peers will let every person in Missouri know the truth and prove my innocence.
Greitens is set to stand trial next month for his felony invasion of privacy charge.
The committee plans to meet at 8 a.m. on Wednesday at the Capitol. It will be a closed meeting. Moving on, today marks the 5th anniversary of the Boston Marathon bombing. How the city is honoring the victims. That's coming up next.
Ahead for us, the explosive new attacks by President Trump on the FBI director he fired, plus missing children at risk of being exploited, and a group of volunteers dedicated to bringing them home. Also, improving safety when you use car services and what Uber says it plans to do. And 5 years after the Boston Marathon bombing, the dog that changed the lives of 2 survivors. A great story all ahead on Nightly News.
Whose life is this? Mine. And what are you going to do with it? An eye for an eye doesn't solve anything. It just makes the whole world blind. Only you'll ever know if it was worth it.
Black Lightning, season finale this Tuesday at 9/8 Central on the CW. Black Lightning, Tuesday at 8 on Mid-Missouri's CW.
More and more people have discovered something strong, dependable, long-lasting. They've found themselves in a Chevy truck. And now, you can too. See for yourself why Chevrolet is the most awarded and fastest-growing brand the last 4 years overall. Get a total value of over $11,500 on this Silverado All-Star when you finance with GM Financial. Visit your Heart of Missouri Chevy dealers.
Get the steak that makes you happy. Get the filet, the char, the taste that make you happy. And just when you think you couldn't be happier, get happier with Longhorn's over-the-top fillets. New bacon bourbon top filet, Parmesan crusted filet, shiitake mushroom crusted filet. The feeling, the flavor, the place. Longhorn Steakhouse. You can't fake steak.
Saturday, April 21st, it's Wise Brothers' Big Spring Public Consignment Auction with a huge selection of tractors, planting and seeding equipment, trucks, and other farm machinery for immediate sale. And a barbecue lunch will be available. Starts at 10 a.m. sharp and lasts until everything's gone with online real-time bidding through bidspotter.com. Where'd you say? Saturday, April 21st at Wise Brothers, just north of I-70 between the Millersburg and Hatton exits. Wise Brothers, a friend of Missouri's farmers since 1927.
Hi, it's Scotty and Katrina from today's Best Country, Clear 99, to let you know that the Clear 99 $500 survey is back.
We've surveyed mid-Missouri with a bunch of hard-hitting questions like, what's something a guy does to make a woman mad?
Oof. Be the 9th caller weekdays at 7:20, 10:20, 1:20, and 4:20. Tell us the top answers given, you'll win $500.
It's the Clear 99 $500 survey. Learn more at clear99.com.
Welcome back. Today, the city of Boston marked the 5-year anniversary of the marathon bombing. City officials and residents honored those lost with tributes and a wreath-laying ceremony. The ceremony comes just one day before the 122nd Boston Marathon. Those who gathered joined in for a moment of silence to honor those lost. 3 spectators were killed in the bombing and 260 were injured.
On April 15, 2013, our city changed forever. But over the last 5 years, we've reclaimed hope. We've reclaimed the finish line. And Boston has emerged with a new strength, a resilience rooted in love. This survivor community has mobilized our entire city.
Security is expected to be heightened for tomorrow's events.
The Arthritis Foundation of Missouri hosted a bowling event earlier today for children with juvenile arthritis. The event brought together children with a condition for bowling, games, and fun. Those involved with the organization say juvenile arthritis is more common than one might think.
When you say juvenile arthritis, people always kind of think, you know, well, that's an old person's disease, arthritis, but really it's not. There's 300,000 children with arthritis.
The group says it is planning more events for children with juvenile arthritis in the near future.
A group of superheroes joined forces last night, all for a good cause. A superhero-themed benefit show was held to raise money for a 9-year-old named Cody, who was recently diagnosed with leukemia. The 9-year-old's love for Marvel Comics is what inspired the benefit show's theme. The show included 4 live performances and a silent auction. All proceeds will go toward Cody's rising healthcare expenses. His family says they're grateful for the support they've received.
It's something that's hard. You know, when anybody that has a 9-year-old son, you don't think they're going to be, go to the doctor and say they have leukemia. So the support that we've had from family, friends, community has just been wonderful. I mean, words can't express what it means to us.
Cody's dad says people can also donate to the Pediatric Cancer Research Fund or the Women and Children's Hospital of Columbia. Coming up next, we'll tell you what we're following for KOMU 8 News at 10 o'clock.
Coming up Monday on KOMU 8 News Today.
What are you up to on Monday? I did it.
The muddy Missouri is getting a few hundred eager visitors to learn about the river.
And part of U.S. Route 40 is closing, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it Monday morning on KOMU 8 News Today.
And we'll have the late breaking news for you as well at the Right Now desk.
Great days begin with great mornings. KOMU 8 News Today. Coverage you can count on.
The Village of Bedford Walk is now leasing villa and apartment homes designed for active adults 55 and older. We offer a variety of floor plans in a modern, vibrant community setting with no big entrance fee and no big commitment. Call to find out about our spring move-in specials.
This is my Toyota RAV4. My wife and I love it for so many reasons. Fold-down seats, cargo space for days, and the best part, hands-free liftgate. We can literally open the trunk with our feet. And for that flexibility, I give my RAV4 5 oversized bags.
Tested, trusted, Toyota. Lease a new 2018 RAV4 for $259 per month, or get 0% APR plus $500 bonus cash. Find your Toyota at buyatoyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Tonight, Steve Harvey loves kids that can sing. But magicians
Mr. Harvey, choose a card.
make him nervous.
The card I picked is printed on your shirt.
Yes.
Little girl, don't do this to me.
Little Big Shots new tonight on NBC. These kids have big dreams.
I'm an intern at a lab, and we're working to cure cancer.
And tonight, they'll prove
On this map, what street is missing?
they have the smarts.
Hurry!
To change the world.
Broadway.
Genius Junior, tonight on NBC.
We believe when you're treated right, you feel welcome to be yourself. And we wouldn't have it any other way. So feel free to do what's lucky. At Isle of Capri Casino, feel free to feel free.
Win great prizes during the Unlock the Box giveaway. Stop by Saturday, April 28th, when one winner will receive a life-changing prize opportunity. Get one free entry daily, plus more based on your fan club tier. Only at Isle of Capri Casino, Hotel Boonville.
We're putting you on the payroll. Ask for your employee pricing when you buy your new 2018 Silverado Crew Cab LT from Bob McCosh. That's over $11,000 in Silverado savings. While they last, save 20% below MSRP on the new Chevy Cruze and Chevy Malibu. See all your savings right now at BobMcCosh.com. So find new roads to #1 business loop, Columbia. Chevrolet makes the car and truck, and Bob McCosh makes the difference.
The Village of Bedford Walk is now leasing villa and apartment homes designed for active adults 55 and older. We offer a variety of floor plans in a modern, vibrant community setting with no big entrance fee and no big commitment. Call to find out about our spring move-in specials.
Now here's a look at what we're following for KOMU8 News at 10. The effects of Facebook's data breach can be felt right here in mid-Missouri.
What experts have to say about how to keep yourself and your data safe in the future, that's coming up at 10. Matt.
Well, we have a freeze warning in effect for our counties along and south of I-70 until 9 a.m. tomorrow. Looking at your day planner, we'll start out near 28 degrees, but we'll have increasing sunshine as we head into the afternoon. By midday, we're at 41, and for the afternoon, we're up to 50 degrees.
For our last story of the day, it's all about number 42. Despite several game cancellations, Major League Baseball teams gathered to celebrate the great Jackie Robinson. Robinson broke baseball's color barrier 71 years ago when he debuted with the Brooklyn Dodgers. The late player was honored with his number 42, displayed and worn by every big league player who took the field. Rachel Robinson, Jackie's widow, and their children attended the day's event.
Well, that's special. I wonder if the weather was better there than it was here.
I was going to say, I wish we could
What's
play
that
baseball.
about, Matt?
I know. But look at that 8-day forecast.
Yeah.
We get a lot better, a lot of sunshine this week.
What's the average for this time of year?
Lower 60s, low to mid 60s.
Okay, so it's still a little cool, but this is more
This
seasonal.
is better.
It's
One
better
step at a
than-
time.
Feels a
than
lot
flurries.
more cool than a little cool to me, Emily. I don't know.
California boy right here.
What can I say? What can I say?
All right, folks, thanks for joining us.
Have a good night.
On air, online, on Facebook, on Twitter, on the news app, and the weather app. KOMU8 News. Coverage